The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. After spending 2 days in Samaria, Jesus went from that place to Galilee, for Jesus himself had testified that a prophet has no honor in the prophet's own country. When he came to Galilee, the Galileans welcomed him, since they had seen all that he had done in Jerusalem at the festival, for they too had gone to the festival. Then he came again to Cana in Galilee, where he had changed the water into wine. Now there was a royal official whose son lay ill in Capernaum. When he heard that Jesus had come from Judea to Galilee, he went and begged him to come down and heal his son, for he was at the point of death. Then Jesus said to him, "Unless you see signs and wonders, you will not believe." The official said to him, "Sir, come down before my little boy dies." Jesus said to him, "Go, your son will live." The man believed the word that Jesus spoke to him and started on his way. As he was going down, his slaves met him and told him that his child was alive. So he asked them the hour when he began to recover, and they said to him, "Yesterday at 1 p.m, the fever left him." The father realized that this was the hour when Jesus had said to him, "Your son will live." So he himself believed, along with his whole household. Now this was the second sign that Jesus did after coming from Judea to Galilee. The Gospel of the Lord. As we begin this fourth week of Lent, the Church wants to remind us that we are each on a journey of faith. And our journey is meant to grow our faith more and more so that we become able to do whatever God asks. We are given this story of a royal official whose son lay ill in Capernaum. He travels 20 miles from Capernaum up north to Galilee, where Jesus was, and asks Jesus to heal his son. Now, he does that in faith because he's heard that Jesus can work miracles. But then he's tested because Jesus responds, "Unless you see the signs and wonders, you will not believe." Jesus is trying to get him off the sense perception where he wanted Jesus to actually come down from Galilee to Capernaum, 20 miles, and actually be with the son when Jesus healed him, so that this royal official could see himself the healing. Jesus wants him to get beyond that, as he wanted doubting Thomas to get beyond that. Remember, Thomas was not present with the 12 when Jesus appeared to them in the upper room after the resurrection. Thomas doubted the whole incident when it was reported to him by his brothers. And so when he's with the 12 again in the upper room the following Sunday, and Jesus comes again, Jesus tells Thomas, "Put your hand in my side and see that I am risen." And Thomas does that. Then he makes the most important statement of faith in the New Testament. He says, "My Lord and my God," calling Jesus Yahweh and God, my Lord. But Jesus responds, "Thomas, because you have seen me, you believe. Blessed are they who have not seen, and yet they believe." So he's trying to bring Thomas to this deeper faith, as he's trying to do with this royal official, because he's saying, "Do you have enough faith just to trust me and to go down to Capernaum by yourself and know that I can heal him from up north in Galilee, 20 miles away?" And the man believes, because he goes on his way, and he is full of faith that Jesus can do what he said. Then when he's met halfway by his own servants who tell him that indeed his son is alive, he asks the question, at what point was the change? And they tell him precisely the hour that Jesus said, "Your son will live." So now he has been brought to a deeper faith. And it has implications in his life because he goes to his own household telling them about what he has experienced, and they believe without even having seen Jesus. And that's the faith that God desires. And it's all because of what the first reading says. God, through the prophet Isaiah in chapter 65, wants to go beyond simple physical healing. He wants us to be healed in our faith because he has something greater, much greater in mind. He says, I am about to create new heavens and a new earth. No more shall the sound of weeping be heard or the cry of distress, but be glad and rejoice forever in what I am creating. Jesus wants to bring the whole cosmos into a new creation. And so he's preparing us to deepen our faith in such a way that we will have the courage to go out of our comfort zone, trust Jesus in what he's asking us to do, and that has to come through discernment and prayer, and then be willing to tell others about what we ourselves believe, and then bring those into this family of faith that we're developing because of what Jesus really has in mind, to bring the whole of humanity into a new creation, where they and us will rejoice forever, where there will be no more weeping or tears, but simply joy in the beatific vision. So let our response be that of today's psalmist. I will praise you, Lord, for you have rescued me. Hear, O Lord, and be gracious to me. O Lord, be my helper. You have turned my mourning into dancing. O Lord my God, I will give you thanks forever. Amen.